The song If We Were Vampires by Jason Isbell is tuned a full step down, meaning that your sixth string, which is typically tuned to an E, gets tuned down to a D. Your A gets tuned down to a G. Your D gets tuned down to a C. Your G gets tuned down to an F. Your B gets tuned down to an A. And your high E gets tuned down to a D. So everything, this is a full step down is what it's called. So this E standard chord, technically it's a D because everything is tuned down. Alright, the chords for the intro are going to be an E minor, a B minor, and a C major. And those are standard chords. E minor I'm playing with my second and third finger. Second finger on the fifth string, second fret. Third finger on the fourth string, second fret. B minor, I'm playing a standard B minor. I'm not even barring across it. I'm playing first finger on the fifth string, second fret, ring finger on the fourth string, fourth fret, pinky finger on the third string, fourth fret, and then second finger on the second string, third fret, B minor, and then a C major chord. Just a standard C major chord. Now, there's a lot of finger picking that is going on in this, and some specific notes that you've got ringing out. Here's what you're wanting to emphasize. What I'm doing there, and you won't play it the way that I'm about to tell you to play it, but just so that you know what notes you're emphasizing, it's open B, or the open second string, third string fretted on the second fret, third string open, so you've got, and then second string second string fretted on the third fret, third string fretted on the fourth fret, and then second string third fret again, so you've got, and then open E string, second string first fret, open third string, and then open first string again. And that is the movement of notes that you're going to need to be making inside of your E minor chord, your B minor chord, and your C major chord. Here's how I do that, and I think it's pretty close to what Jason Isbell is doing. So you pluck your E minor chord. I'm using my first, second, and thumb fingers. And I'm plucking, starting thumb on the bass sixth string, and my second finger is going to be on the second string that's open, and my first finger is on the third string that is also open. And just kind of pick down that. But after you fret it, or after you strike those three strings, you take your pinky finger and you plant it down on the third string's second fret. And then you pick it up and strike the open third string, and you get. And that's your first three notes that you're moving to. And then you go to your B minor, standard B minor, pluck the fifth string second fret with your thumb, and while you're doing that, also pluck up with your first finger and second finger on the third strings and second strings respectively. And so after plucking it, that's going to give you that sound, and then you reiterate the with your first finger and second finger on the third string and second string. And so you're not even moving any notes up here. You're just re-emphasizing the notes that you've already got fretted within the chord that are falling on the third string and the second string. So you've got, and then once you get there, you go into your C chord. And whenever you hit your C chord, you're going to still be using your thumb, or I'm using my thumb, my first and my second fingers to strike these chords. You're going to strike the 5th string 3rd fret with your thumb, and then the 1st and 2nd strings with your 1st and 2nd fingers. Once you strike it, those 3 strings, then you will go 2nd string 3rd fret, 3rd string open, and then back up to the 1st string open, and you'll get and it comes together. And there's a little bit of more thumb interplay that may be happening in there, and as you get more comfortable with that rhythm, you may randomly fill some of the empty space with a thumbed note in the, probably on a C. And that is the opening intro. After that part, I say the opening intro, it's half the opening intro. The next part is still back to your E minor, but this time instead of starting your 3-finger pluck on the 6th, 3rd, and 2nd strings, you're going to start it on the 6th, 2nd, and 1st strings. Strike those notes, and then plant down with your pinky on the 1st string 2nd fret, open it back up again, plant down on the 2nd string 3rd fret, then 3rd string open, 3rd string 2nd fret, and then 2nd string open. And kind of hear how those last 2 notes are almost tripping over one another. They're not straight. The first notes are pretty much straight, and then after you hit that open B string, you immediately fall into a G chord. And you're going to pluck that. I say a G chord, I'm only playing it with 1 finger. Ring finger on the 6th string 3rd fret. Pluck with your thumb, your 1st and your 2nd finger on the 6th string, 3rd string, 5th string. And then after you pluck those strings, you can hear a guitarist lay down something on the 5th string 3rd fret. So and then you repeat that. And then the second time through, it then kicks up to a D. I put my 2nd finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret, and then fret either with my ring or my pinky on the 2nd string 3rd fret to form a D. You can do it standard if you want to. I'm just using the fingers that I feel are most accessible for me to come out of this G chord and go into a D the second time through that rhythm. So you've got falls back down into your E minor, B minor, C part. The chorus is going to be a C, a G, a C, a G, a D, a C, an E minor, a D, a C, and a G, a D, and then back into the E minor, B minor, C. The finger picking is definitely the hardest part on this song, and it's something that, honestly, the best way to get it right, I think, is to put that song on repeat and force yourself to pick along in rhythm with it using your fingers. I'm basically just using these three fingers the whole time. Jason Isbell probably is a bit more proficient with his execution than I am. He may be using ring and pinky in his picking hand as well, but I'm able to get most of the work done with just those three fingers right there, and I think that you probably could too.